Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more KNACK. And I know I said in my previous video on Tales from the Borderlands that I would try and shorten down my videos, but I admit, I admit there was some untruth to that. Because I just wanted to make an excuse to try and get out of the game, you know. Because I personally don't see the appeal of the Borderlands games. So let's continue the game, I guess. But here's the thing. I personally hate how often, you see all these couples being posted, plastered in your face constantly on social media. Like, here's the thing. One of the people involved's hands could be down the other's pants, and nothing would change about the post, frankly. For like 99% of social media relationships. One person's hand could be down the other's pants and nothing would change.
There's nowhere to land.
Like, do people seriously not see the problem with that? And it's so cringe to see that crap. And if the king of cringe like myself needs to tell you that, then that's definitely a bad thing there. If the king of cringe like myself needs to be the one to say that. Like, I get posting your relationship every once in a while, but not if it's a constant thing that makes it everything you do in life. And I thought I needed to get a life. I thought I was the one that needed to get a life.
But taking off again is going to be quite the problem. Go and see what you can find in the way of relics. I'm going to need you to get as large as possible.
Like, that just shows how pathetic your life is all you ever do has to somehow involve your relationship.
Be careful, KNACK. This is obviously Gundahar's territory.
Like, that just shows what kind of pathetic human being you are. If someone who literally sits around his house all day, playing video games, has to be the one to tell you to get a life. That goes to say more about you than what it does me, frankly. If I have to be the one to say that. Like, honestly, what gain do you have from that? Honestly. What possible gain could you ever have from that? Outside of some meaningless attention on the internet. And that's the main reason why I don't want fame on social media just for the sake of doing something stupid. Because I know that stuff can cause a lot of narcissism in people and think that they're all this powerful. Like, all powerful. Like, that's the main reason I don't want to, become famous on the internet or whatever for literally doing nothing. Like that just turns people into an egotistical little, jerk. Because that's all they ever do is just make, everything about me. Honestly, get a life at that point. Like, if all you ever do is make everything you do, something that involves your relationship, or something meaningless, like your sexuality, or your race, or your gender, or something just as meaningless. Like, if that's all you ever do, is just make that kind of crap your entire personality, then get a life at that point. Because the one you have now is obviously terrible. Like, and that's coming from a guy that sits on his hind end all day playing video games. If a guy like that has to be the one to say it, then yeah, something's definitely more wrong with you than what it is with me. If I need to be the one to say that. Honestly. That says more about you as a person than what it does me, frankly. If all you ever do is just make something meaningless as your relationship, race, gender, religion, something like that. If that's all of you make your personality out to be, then yeah, you aren't that interesting of a person at that point. If I need to be the one that says that. Heck, I'm literally one of the biggest nerds I know. And if somebody like that needs to say that you have an uninteresting personality, then yeah, that says more about you than what it does about me. If I need to be the one to say that. Like, come on. Not everything in life needs to be something as personal or as frivolous as that. Like, come on, people. We've evolved to be more intelligent than that. So, actually show said intelligence. That's the main reason why I always say if I ever do end up in a relationship, I'm not going to make my entire personality based and surrounding upon that. That's what I've always said, and I'm going to hold true to that word. That's what I've said for years now, and I'm going to hold true to that. I actually want to better myself. And I see, like, a relationship as part of that. Like, I know, like, that's, like, that may not be for everyone, but that's something that I see fit to help improve myself. Like, honestly. Like, and if you honestly think that just because I say something that is honestly kind of spitting facts here about how stupid people have gotten, then yeah, that just shows you're part of the problem there. If you think me calling out obvious stupidity of people, like, out for what it is, out for what it clearly is, mind you, then yeah, you're just part of the problem right there. Like, not everything has to be about your personal things that don't matter in the long run, or that would be given up on in the span of an obvious set of few weeks. Oh, and also, there's something stupid that I've noticed. It's how many young pregnancies there have been lately. Like, I'm not trying to judge people for their bodies, or telling people to go get an abortion or some crap like that. But I'm just saying, like, y'all are frankly way too young for that garbage. Like I've seen 13, 14, 15, even 16-year-olds going out getting pregnant and stuff, and getting people pregnant. Like, at least have some self-respect and maturity to know that that probably isn't the best decision right now. Like, have some self-respect and maturity at that point. Like, that's why I don't even want to start considering kids until very, like, specific circumstances. And, like, for example, if I'm with someone, like, and married at this, by the time I'm 25, that's whenever I'll actually start considering kids. Like, at the minimum age of 25. And that's only if I'm married by that point. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because that's frankly, like, whenever the human brain fully develops. And I see that as the best time. Like, I personally see that as the best time for me, you know, to start thinking about concepts like that, if I'm already with someone. But people are honestly doing it way too young. Like, they're doing it whenever they're underage. That is disgusting on so many levels. Especially since most of the posts you see talking about, or like, teenage pregnancies or whatever, they never bring up the father or anything. Like, for all we know, The father could be a grown man. Like, for all we know. Which just makes things even worse. Like, I don't care about, you know, like, personally, I don't see, like, oh, it's just some, like, you know, like, a minor age gap or whatever, like a max of 3 years or something. Like, that still doesn't matter in that situation. Like, they're still a minor at that point. And you're still being immature with them. Like, which I'm not saying that is right either, but I'm just saying, like, that's how the law works and stuff. Which I'm not agreeing with the law right there, but I'm just saying, like, that's how the law is set up. Like, but still, it doesn't change the fact it's still disgusting. But honestly, I really like Chainsaw Man. Like it has a really good plot, frankly, but here's another thing. It accurately represent, like, sure, Denji may, like, people still call him a perv or whatever, but that's, like, he's here's the thing. He's not a stereotypical anime pervert character where he tries to do anything with a woman unconsensually. He actually tries to get consent. Which is something, frankly, quite rare for, the pervert trope in anime. Like, that is, frankly, way too rare. And he only... and the thing is, I didn't really see him initiating that stuff for the stuff that I've seen people call him a pervert out. I didn't see him be the one to actually initiate that stuff. Like, I wasn't the one who seen him initiating it. Like, it was usually part of some deal that the character that people claim he perved out on, like, that was part of some deal that they struck with him, and he took the deal. Because, well, he's just a teenager, you know? Which the whole Makima thing doesn't make anything better, considering, you know, she's, you know, Makima. But, which doesn't change anything, considering she's considerably older than Denji. And she's also manipulating him. And she took advantage of him multiple times. I need you to take them out. Otherwise, we're never getting out of here. So, yeah. Like that, and that's leading into why I love the series outside of the plot, too. Because it actually shows that an accurate representation, a more accurate yet still fantastical representation of what a male sexual abuse victim would look like, while it's still keeping it in line with the series, you know? Like, it still keeps it in line with the characters and story and world, but, you know, it's still accurate for what they can do in that situation. Like, sure, you may not call it accurate, but still. And also, that whole thing where people say, oh, males can't be victims or some bullcrap like that. Males can be just as much as victims of that kind of stuff as females. Regardless of what you can say about that. Like, females can be predators just as much as males. Like, I don't care what you gotta say about that. Males can be victims of that stuff, and females can be victims of that stuff. Like, it doesn't matter what you gotta say about that. Like, males and females can be victims of the same crime. Like, it is disturbing that people still say that males can't be victims of anything. Just because, oh, history has said, oh, the men have done everything to build up this country. Excuse me? That doesn't mean anything for modern-day men. That doesn't mean anything for modern-day men. I mean, just because the time has changed, doesn't mean the time, that things haven't changed. Just because the times have changed for certain things, doesn't mean it hasn't changed for others. Like, honestly, how stupid do you gotta be at that point? To think, oh, just because of something that happened, like, hundreds of years ago, like, men being the big, strong ones that helped build up this country built up this world in a large way, that they can't be victims of anything. Like, men can be taken advantage of in any way. I mean, come on, just look at all these scammer bots that you see pretending to be, like, this highly conventional, overly attractive woman on social media trying to scam people out of, like, thousands of dollars. And you think men can't be victims of that? Like, I know it's obvious, but it still happens. Like, just because that stuff has never happened to you personally, doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Honestly, people are stupid for that. Or just because something is impossible for you to experience, that doesn't mean it also can't happen. I mean, come on. Look at that whole thing where some people say black people can't be racist, or some bullcrap like that. Black people can be racist. And saying they can't is utterly ridiculous. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Since saying, oh, politics is gonna save our life one day. Yeah, sure, like letting some old crusty old man into a political view, into some form of power where he'll have all the control over all the important things in our country, in any country for that matter. Oh sure, like letting that happen is gonna be a good thing. Is gonna always result in a good thing. And I'm not specifically talking about one political figure or another. I'm talking about every political figure. Like, what do people think by letting these old men into, like, office, where they could have all the power in the country? And the thing is, y'all had to vote for them. Like, so, for them to get into office, so, whose fault is that there? It's definitely not the people getting into office. You were the one who voted them in there, so it also has to be on you too. Not just one, but everybody. God, people are so stupid for that. I'm gonna turn off the mic. Getting back. Yeah, like, there's just so much crap that I can't deal with anymore, like how stupid people have gotten. Frankly ridiculous. How people have become so egotistical that it's literally resulting in them becoming way too stupid for their own good. I mean, come on, look at Jack Doherty. He's literally the prime example of that, of exactly that. I'm gonna turn off the mic again.
Hey, Doctor, take a look at this Guardian.
Yes, it's fascinating. The goblins have managed to create a thaumatic interface to the Guardian's neural matrix. He's under their control.
Yeah, that too. But did you happen to notice the giant box of relics he's carrying? You said get big, right? I get my hands on those relics. I'll show you big.
Katrina, when you proposed that we have the doctor find the key for us, I was more than a little skeptical. But now you say they found
Okay, I'm
the
back.
key.
Amazing,
Sorry
isn't it?
about that.
We spent years looking for the key, and they might
I was
find
just
it in a
trying
matter of
to
days.
settle things down and
Shouldn't
get
we go
everything
after
more
them?
quiet,
They're doing so well. Let's have them do the hard work.
while also
When they're
playing the
close to
game
it,
too.
Then we can swoop in and take it. In the meantime, you'll have a chance to finish a little project here.
Like, I hate how people have become so egotistical where they think that they're untouchable. Like, frankly, you are no better than the rest of us. Frankly, like, and just something as meaningless as attention on the internet does not change that. Like, come on. Be actually intelligent for once and realize that internet attention means nothing and it's gonna fade faster than I don't even know what. Like, it's gonna fade faster than beauty with age. Like, honestly, internet attention, like, come on, it's so easy to lose attention on the internet just by being an over-the-top megalomaniac that's obviously only in it for attention. Like, you are nothing special anymore, frankly, and neither am I. And it's stupid how people have, like, taken things way too far and think, oh, they're the next Jesus Christ because, well, they have a meaningless follower count online. Like, that is so stupid. How people think that they're the next Jesus Christ because of something as meaningless as a number. Like, it is so stupid at that point. Like, people take that number way too far. Oh, and also, I will never be doing a subathon on this channel. I will never be doing one. Because, frankly, I just see it as more of a cheap way to get subscribers or followers or whatever and money. Like, I just see that as a cheap and easy way to do that, and I would rather, you know, and also on top of that, I wouldn't have the time to do a subathon. And on, like, it is just a cheap and easy way for people to pry money out of people. Like, honestly, I will never do a subathon for that reason. Because it's just, like, I would rather earn my way online for genuine reasons instead of doing something as easy as simple and basic as a subathon. Like, I will never do that. Because I would rather earn my way online, like on YouTube, by actually doing stuff that would actually mean something, instead of feeling like I'm scamming people. Like, honestly, I ain't that petty. Like, I ain't that stupid or petty. Just to outright scam people out of their money for meaningless content that you aren't even guaranteed to get in the long run. Like, come on, it's just a cheap and easy ploy for money and attention. And that's obviously all it'll ever be, a cheap and easy ploy for people to make their way online. Because they know their numbers are dipping, and they're just trying to bide their way back into the previous number. Like, and that's why I will never do a subathon for crap like that. Like, it's just way, like, it's just so useless to do that. Like, and people are just using it for the pure sake of money. They're not being thankful for all the stuff that they've been given. Heck, it's literally in the name that they're only in it for the money. Subathon. And mind you, subscribers on multiple platforms, like that gives the content creator money. Like, regardless of which one you're talking about. Regardless of what platform it is, it would inevitably end up giving that person money. Which does it. Even YouTube does it. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, any platform you think of, it would more than likely have its subscribers, like, give that person money in some shape or form. Which is why, like, and I just feel like that's being a greedy scumbag at that point. Like, and I will never do a subathon, because it just feels like I would be scamming people at that point. Because, well, already because of how monotonous and boring my voice is, I just feel like that would make, I think that would just make me look terrible for doing that. Like, I would just feel terrible for doing the subathon, because, well, it just seems like they're just, like, subathons are just there for the pure sake of scamming people, if you want my honest take on subathons. Like, there's just no way that subathons aren't meant just for the pure sake of monetary gain, honestly. Heck, that's the main reason why I will never do anything on any social media for the pure sake of making money. Like, I know, like, I will take money from it, like, but that's only if it's, like, a consensual donation on both ends, or if it's YouTube, or if it's like, you know, something like monetization money, like, whenever I, like the monthly earnings that you get from monetization, Like, if it's either of those two things, then I will take the money. Otherwise, I will either give you a refund or not take it. Like, that just feels like I'm a terrible person at that point. And I'm a man of my morals, so yeah, that would just make me look even worse, frankly. Because I'm a heavy man of my morals. Like, I have a heavy moral compass. So yeah. Like, I want to actually earn my money through genuine ways instead of scamming people or whatever. Like, I'm just trying to be a genuine guy, you know? That actually cares about people. Maybe a little too much. Sometimes. Like, I'm just like a big-hearted guy in a big body, you know? Well, not necessarily big in height, but you know what I mean. I mean big in weight.
Doctor, the path leads into some caves. Hopefully more relics in there.
Roger that. Remember, KNACK, the mission is to get big.
Wow, I've already reached the 30-minute mark. And I've only made it through 4 segments of the 8th chapter. But I think I'm going to continue a little bit more until I reach the 9th chapter or something. And I honestly cannot wait to get to KNACK 2. That was the first game that I played for these 2 games. Which I played KNACK 1 second. Weirdly enough, I played them exactly in reverse order. Oddly enough. But for Skylanders, I played them in a weird order. Because first I played Swap Force, then Trap Team, then Superchargers, then Imaginators. Then I got Spyro's Adventure, then Giants. Because frankly, the first game I got for the Skylander series was Swap Force, and I didn't get the first 2 games in the series until recently, like until about a year or 2 ago. Maybe a little longer, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not fully sure. Wow, I can take out the big brute goblins in 2 hits. What is the challenge of this game? Like, where's the challenge? If I can take out some of the bigger enemies in 2 hits. Where's the challenge at that point? If I can take out enemies that big in 2 swings at this size. And I'm not even at the biggest size in the game. Like, where's the challenge? Like, I know I die a lot in this game, but still that doesn't change anything. That shouldn't change anything, because by the time I get to the next battle, I'm already at low health. That's where I've been through so many battles, and with no healing in between. It's little to none because of how little healing relics they give you. Like that's not a challenge at that point. Like, there's just no challenge to this game. Like, I still like it and all, but there's just, frankly, little to no challenge. Especially with the super abilities that basically take out any enemy at any point. Well, most enemies anyways. But, like, this game is so good, but it's just not that difficult. Like, it would be so much better if they actually amped up the difficulty. And mind you, this is supposed to be the middle of the road difficulty. Like normal. I'm gonna have to up the difficulty. If I can. Turns out I can't. Because the game won't let me. But yeah, like, there's just so much stupid crap in today's society that, frankly, people get by with way too easy. If I'm not doing those, because of how I got this series put together, I will not do collectibles because, well, it just blocks the recording, and I'm just trying to get the fullest experience of the game. Where's the difficulty there? Please ignore that. Does that guy have a whip? Did that guy have a whip? Who knew that they could put whips into kids' games? Who knew? Yeah, that's a whip. Who knew that they could put whips into kids' games? I'm gonna go for a little bit more, and if I end up dying, I'm gonna end up ending the video there if I die again. I could have sworn I backed up a little further than that. Wow, that thing was really easy to take care of. Wow, you can take that out in 3 hits. I'm just checking to see if there's anything to weigh it down with. Wow, I've never played such an easy game in my life. Maybe because, well, I'm going back after playing some Bloodborne and stuff. And, yeah, that opened up my eyes a little bit to dodging and stuff. Well, I'm gonna end the video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.